it is time now for a dose of our daily vitamin as thousands of students across the DMV head back to the classroom. And while the start of the fall semester is full of excitement, it is also a heavy undertaking for everyone under the roof, as you can imagine. So, here with how you can set forth with intention and mindfulness is therapist, motivational speaker, and author Michael McGill Jr. It is so good to have you, Michael.
It's so good to be here. I love that phrase, doing it with intention.
Yes.
Doing it with intention.
And I feel like that applies to so many different areas of life. And this couldn't be a more perfect day to talk about it. So let's get right into it. First, you talk about securing your mask first.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the reality is that this is a new season. You are having to become someone new to do a new thing. And so what do they say on the airplanes? Parents, mothers, secure your mask first. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot give and be who you are not, right? So take care of yourself. Make sure your own wellness is a priority. Let me just speak on behalf of many mothers who I see in my practice when I'm giving lectures to thousands of people, the women who I tend to flock to empower them. Oftentimes they feel guilty about taking care of themselves, but you cannot give what you don't have. And so I often say, things like having a self-care regimen, going to get therapy. Get therapy before the storm. When we go through life, we can be in what we call the animal brain, always in fight or flight and rush mode. Therapy and therapeutic activities keep you from the animal brain to the frontal brain, where you are more calm, regulated, homeostasis.
Oh, I feel like so many people just felt all of that watching the screen. You're a mom of 3 as well. So.
Absolutely, and I homeschool. So I would love for you to speak more to the importance of just having that sleep ritual, that sleep routine.
That's important. Well, let's talk about that. What do the research show? First of all, the research shows that the brain, especially for young people, the brain is still developing, not until you're about 25 years of age. So the brain is developing. The brain needs sleep. The brain actually releases toxins and negative chemicals through the process of sleep. So it helps you become more alert, more awake, more aware. And we even look at the studies of those who have Alzheimer's, how when you don't get enough sleep, that can contribute to things like neurodegenerative diseases. So not only for the kids is sleep important, but also the parents.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sleep is so important. Get proximate is another point that you make as well when it comes to the proximity with others. So talk about the importance of that.
Getting close. Oftentimes as parents, we sometimes believe that we don't have to tell the truth of who we are. But the reality is that when your children, especially older children, when your young adult children, when they can see you for the adult that you are, for the human that you are, not only does it help them become more compassionate, but you build relationships. Relationships are built through 2 ingredients, y'all. Intimacy, into me you get to see, and proximity, coming close. I cannot build with you when I'm not close to you. So that was my next point, getting proximate, but also listening to understand. As parents, we often want to tell our kids what to do, and there's a season for that. But there's also a season for listening to understand their experience, because the reality is the truth of their experience is the truth of their reality. So if you want to empower them, you got to get proximate and listen to understand them. People grow when they feel seen, heard, valued, and understood.
Absolutely.
This is a whole
I love
word.
Yes, you are preaching right now. I love
Well,
that.
may it be so. May it be so.
We are here for receiving all of it. Also, too, just creating joy and being intentional about that, right?
Making it a priority. Happiness is fleeting. Happiness comes from experiences. Joy, though, this is what I know to be true, especially as we get older. We don't have as much time as we think we have. I don't want to say life is short, but I do want to say life is fleeting. This is not infinite time, it's finite time, meaning we all have an expiration date and none of us know when the expiration date may occur. So what does that mean? That means as much as possible, as often as possible, find 2 to 3 ways every single day, especially small ways, to create joy. So when you wake up in the morning, if you want your children to have a happier spirit, stop yelling and fussing and cussing in the morning. Stop screaming and get mad at them for not being on time when you didn't prepare them the night before to be on time. Not having a good routine. Think about that. If I put toxins in your spirit, in your brain in the morning, how the heck do I expect you to go to school and perform well and flourish from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.? And I tell folks in my practice all the time, how you start your day impacts how you end your day. Be intentional with your joy.
Listen, this is all of this. You just dropped so many gems here. How can people connect with you?
Connect with me on the socials at Michael McGill Jr. and, of course, at McGillspeaks.com. I love serving people, empowering them, and maybe I'll see some some in my practice. So yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you for stopping by. This is really empowering information for a new school year.
It feels good to be here. So be intentional.
Yes, be intentional. The word of the day.
The word of the day.
Loved it.